introduce myself because you're looking at me thinking, where's he from? He's got a weird accent. I'm from over the hill, actually. I came... Mike, I told you it wouldn't go well. I'm actually being started on by a drunk postman as well before I've started. This is not what I expected, actually. So I'll tell you why I'm here. I got invited across last Friday to do the Oldham Players dinner. It was a fantastic night with Brian Noble. And Mike Ford got in touch with me on Sunday and he says, I'd love you to come across and on Tuesday night and do our fans forum. And I looked at TV, you know, what was on TV, and I thought, well, I might as well just come across, get away from wife as well. She's quite aggressive like this postman as well, so I thought I'll just come across here. So Mike, thanks for the invitation on a serious note. I love my rugby league as well, so I'm delighted to be here tonight. We're going to be introducing the full squad, and I tell you what, I'm a massive rugby league fan, mate. I'm very lucky to work in rugby league. I work as a corporate match day host for St Helens and also Warrington Wolves, so I think quite clearly you're looking at someone with no morals whatsoever. I'll just go anywhere for money. I am a proper Yorkshireman, to be honest, as well. So, but I am chuffed to be here on a serious note. So I'm going to introduce the panel. We're going to be joined by two more people very, very shortly, but I'm going to introduce them, but in no particular order. They're all amazing supporters of this great club as well. So the first one I'd like to welcome is one of the directors. A big thank you for joining us to Simon Winard. Can you put your hands together, Simon? Thanks, Simon. The next guy I want to welcome is your chairman of your club. I met him for the first time last Friday, and when I met him, the thing that shone through for me was his passion for this club and how committed he is. It's been a pleasure to meet him as well. So a warm welcome for your chairman, Mr. Bill Quinn. Next to him is a good friend of mine. I've been lucky enough to get to know him over the years with his involvement in the sport of rugby league. He's a great man and a great character as well. I will be nice to him as well, the way he's dressed. He looks like something from Mafia, to be honest, as well. So, good friend of mine, great to have him here, John Chadwick. And then, last but not least, wow, an unbelievable player. He's had an unbelievable career in both codes as well, at Rugby League and Rugby Union. I think you're in good hands with this guy as well. I'm going to be chatting to him a little bit later on, but a very warm welcome for the one and only Mike Ford. Thanks, Mike. And then to join them now, I will be honest with you, when I found out this guy was coming to coach Oldham, I'm from over the border, and it was like, wow, that is a massive coup for this club as well. He's a very well respected coach, and I'll be honest with you, probably one of the greatest players that there's ever been in Super League, a true legend. We give a very, very warm welcome for the first time to your new head coach, Sean Long. Want to play along. He's come dressed as a WWF fighter tonight as well, so any hassle from the audience, you're definitely going to be getting filled in, so I'll just pre-warn you as well. And to join him, I'll tell you what, honestly, I looked at your squad for the forthcoming season and I was like, wow, some of the players that you've got on board. I know you've got pretty much, that's not two of them who've just walked in by the that was the worst timing ever, that, wasn't it? I was thinking, who are them two as well? I'll be honest, woman looks a bit rough. She looks like she could get stuck in on pitch as well. So I think I've set the tone now. Is that the main sponsor? I'd like to retract that comment. My name's Peter. I'm here for my final event with Oldham. Your final one to join this panel. He's had an unbelievable career. Playing in Super League, he even went and played across in Australia with Canberra Raiders, and the thing about this guy is a local lad. I don't feel meet a nicer guy as well. So will you please welcome to your club the one and only Jordan Turner. Right guys, just bear with us because we're now going to introduce all the new playing squad for Oldham Rugby League. We're going to welcome them in, and this should be interesting as well because I'm going to read all the names out of the new squad. and it's all on my phone, and I haven't got my reading glasses, so it should be interesting this. There's going to be some very, very strange names coming out of my mouth here as well. We've got a little bit of music to go with this, so proper build it up. We want to make them feel very welcome as well. And Mike Forbes, I don't know why he's done this, he's put some pirate music on. It's not... I don't really know what to think about that, Mike, as well. So please welcome your playing squad. They're all a little bit nervous about walking in front of you, but give them a round of applause, make them feel very welcome. I know they're very privileged to be at this great club as well. So number 1, Logan Astley. Number 2, Nick Rosthorn. Come on, Nick. Number 3, Jordan Taylor. Number 4, Kean Morgan. Number 5, Mo Noro. Definitely the favourite so far. Number 6, what a signing, Danny Craven. Number 7, Jamie Ellis. Number 8, Craig Kopchak. Number 9, Matty Wilder. Come on, Matty. Number 10, Pat Moran. Number 11, Joe Wardle. Number 12, Adam Lawton. Roddy clapped him, size of him. Number 13, this is unbelievable, Elijah Taylor. Number 14, Jordan Padder. Number 15, Josh Johnson. Number 16, Owen Farnworth. Number 17, Emerson Whittle. Number 18, Jay Tapalo. Number 19, Juma Sambo. Oh, Juma. He thinks he's on catwalk, doesn't he? Oh, look at it. Proper milking that, Juma. Number 20, George Hurst. Number 21, Mackenzie Turner. Number 22, Jay's twin brother, Ted Chapelo. Number 23, Jack Johnson. Number 24, Ben O'Keefe. Number 26, Brad Gallagher. Okay, Brad looks like he's off Love Island, doesn't he? He's a bit of a dude. Number 27, Kean Tyra. And number 28, Kieran Tyra. There is one player missing tonight, but we just want to show our appreciation. Put your hands together for number 25, Bailey Aldridge. Right guys, thanks. I tell you what, that were an amazing round of applause for players as well. I've never seen anybody looking as awkward as these guys there. But you're lapped up every minute. But Juma, you were proper loved that, didn't you, mate? You were proper bossing that. So basically tonight, really it's about getting excited about the forthcoming season. You've seen the squad come in. We're going to be chatting about some of the players, the plans for the club. Open it to the floor a little bit later on, so you can ask some questions to the, you know, to the coaching staff, the chairman, to Mike Ford, the managing director. So it's just basically a positive outlook on what's ahead for this great club as well. I'm going to start with your chairman, Bill Quinn. Bill, you must be taken aback by the reception tonight. That's pretty special, and I know you're buzzing to be involved in this great club.
Yeah, I'd just like to say thanks to everyone for taking the time on such a sort of miserable evening to come out, and we weren't sure, obviously, at this stage what, you know, the reaction would be. We know we've had on social media and everything, we've had a good reaction, but it's great to see everybody, and big thanks.
Nice words, Bill. Well, I just want to ask you a few things about being the chairman. What's kind of the difference now being the chairman and previously as well? I know looking at you, it kind of looks like it's taken its toll on you, to be honest, mate, as well.
I didn't used to have to deal with MCs that were full of it. That's the first one. No, the difference now is there's a board, there's a vision, there's a journey that we're all going to go on. For me, this is fantastic, and it's brilliant, and the place that this club should be going and where it should have gone a long time ago. But we're also trying to build a club, and we're over at Melrose, we're trying to develop that, we're moving in the right direction, and myself, Simon and Mike were there on Saturday, and you know, to see the under 16s and 15s running out, you know, that was very, very special, and you know, we want to keep continuing that and go into the other age groups. And what would be so special is to see the players, what we've lost in Oldham, to want to stay, want to be in the Oldham team of the future. And to me, that's one of the biggest differences from when I was here last time.
Thanks, Bill. Nice words, and nice to get that response as well from the fans. I want to speak to you about the guy next to you, because I'll be honest with you, it did turn some heads when found out that Sean Long was coming to Oldham, one of the most respected people, ex-players and coaches in the game. You must be delighted to have Longy on board.
At the moment. No, sorry, Sean. No, when me and Mike first met Sean, I mean, my expectations of Sean and the picture I had in my mind was a million miles away. And you know, in the first sort of time that we sat talking for, I don't know, 2-3 hours, you know, we talked about all sorts of things, and I sort of took from Sean that Sean works on integrity and resilience, and you know, he puts his heart and soul into it. It's not about Sean to Sean, it's about the team, it's about the club, it's about wanting to succeed. And I hope you don't mind me saying so, but in that first meeting, there was no mention of money, nothing like that came out. It was all about the vision, the club, you know, where Sean had been. And if I'm honest, and I won't go into detail, I couldn't have done what Sean had done last season, and different things that had gone on, and it just showed to me a sort of resilience and a steel and a will to succeed, and a will to stand by his team and look after his team. So that meant a lot to me.
Thank you. I'd probably say bringing Sean in, it helps build your squad as well. You look at some of the players you've got there, it is probably a massive pull in it. I know Mike's kind of pulled the squad together, but he must be so pleased. I look over there and see there's some seasoned campaigners, there's a lot of talent over there. He must be so pleased with how it's going so far, Bill.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely brilliant. I mean, we're so excited. I mean, it's just unbelievable to have the coach, to have the players. You know, I can't remember the last time that the excitement that there was for us, not mine, for the fans. So yeah, it's just brilliant. And you know, we're all on that journey, and you know, our motto is stronger together, and we are stronger together. We're stronger together with the team, we're stronger together with the team off the field, and we're stronger together with the fans, and that's, you know, what we all want, and that's what we're working. You know, the board, we don't sort of, to me, somebody asked me how many hours sleep do you have, and I said a lot less since I went to Oldham, because it's 7 days a week, it's night time, it's waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, thinking, hey, I've got a good idea here, I'll go and write it down. And it's just all these things that you have to do, because we want to bring success.
Absolutely, thanks Bill. I'm going to move on very shortly from you. A few fans have been asking, a few people asking from where I'm from really, regarding the change of the name of the club. Could you just talk us through that?
Yeah, I mean, this club is rich in history. It's just, you know, started in 1876, and it's no slight on where it's been over the last 20 odd years, but it's not been the best 20 odd years, and I've spent some of those years here myself, and at the end of the day, it's also a bit of respect to the fans. You know, we've got fans that supported this club for many, many years. We've got players, you've got to think of the past players, you know, everyone that's ever had anything to do with this club, people that are not here now. So we just felt as a board it was right to change it back to the 1876 and give credence and respect to that. And we now are hopefully going to make our own history going forward. And we'd like to think that in the years to come people remember what we've done.
Sure, thanks for your words there, mate, as well. I know you enjoyed that, didn't you? I'm going to move on down the line now as well. When you mentioned that the club was formed in 1876, you've got to give a lot of credit to John, who had that silver 10 then as well, so fair play to you, John. I'll come back to you anyway. I'm going to move on to the managing director now, Mike Ford. Mike, thanks for joining us tonight as well. And I know I briefly touched on there with Bill about the playing squad. You've ended up really pulling this together yourself. You must be delighted with what you've got so far.
Yeah, unbelievably. The three categories that, one, they had to have talent, which they've all got. Two, I had to go and critique them with 3 different people who vouched for them. And then, you know, 3, I had to meet them and see what character they had, and that number 3 soon became number 1. All them lads there have got great character, and if you've got a team who look after each other, who doesn't matter who gets the ego, as long as the team's winning, then we're going to be successful. So really pleased. Sean's got a tough job in terms of gelling them for the start of the season. It's a brand new team. But we've got every confidence in Sean and the coaches to be able to do that. But the other thing I would say, just to let you know about the philosophy of our recruitment, was we wanted to recruit a championship, top-end championship team now, regardless of what division. Obviously we didn't know what division we'll be in. Regardless of what division we'll be in, we wanted to do that. We looked at Keighley 2 years ago. They went up and they won 20 out of 20, scored 1,000 points, which is like 50 points a game, lads. Never lost. Went up and they've come right back down. When we go up next year, which we will, when we go up next year, these guys will be shooting to the top of the championship, no doubt about it. And that's our philosophy, and I've got every confidence in the players and the coaches in this room to do that.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to still work out that 50 points. I'm like Carol Vorderman trying to work this out. To be honest, more like Dan Abbott, to be honest, but I can't figure it out. But I'll go with what you said. Oldham, you've had an unbelievable career yourself on and off the field, Mike, but I think when I mentioned Bill there, it's kind of your passion for your town and your club, that kind of came shining through for me on Friday night. You've certainly not lost that, have you?
No, I think a proud moment tonight, the players getting the kit, day 1 pre-season, which just doesn't happen. Danny, does it happen? No, Danny's 33 now, and it doesn't happen, does it? That's a proud moment, the way the board have organised things and stuff, and making sure that we're putting the player first. But you know, I just want to touch on Saturday again at a training facility at Melrose with them kids. Under 15s ran out, one team in red and white, the other team in black and tangerine, our kits for next year. Special moment. John Byram and Joe Warrington, the coaches that put it all together. It's a start, and I want every kid, just like I did, I want every kid to want to play for Oldham again. And when 18 months ago, when I was with Aidan Walker and Simon Winard, and we started talking about putting something back into the town and into the club, potentially buying the club, potentially playing at Oldham Boundary Park. To be sat here now 18 months later to see what we've got, and it's only the start, then I'm pretty proud of that.
When you mentioned about lads playing for their hometown club, that's kind of what I dreamed of. I am from Halifax, I did want to play for Halifax, and it's hard to listen to you talk like that because it never happened for me, Mike. My dream kind of ended at the tender age of 21 when my career came to a tragic and premature end when the coach of Illingworth second team, he just never picked me again, so shit happens, doesn't it really? It's tough times really, but just on this playing squad here, when you were talking then, I just looked up front row there, I see Matty Wilder, Craig Kopchak, Jamie Ellis, Danny Craven, you've got lads there with Super League experience, and you go, wow, and you've got a lot of youngsters. I think that's a fantastic blend for an exciting team going forward. You've got so much experience and so much young talent there, you must be kind of so excited.
Yeah, and it's Sean's job to gel all that. I think there's only one player I talked to come to the club who turned us down because he wanted to know, I'll come to you if you're in the Championship. All these guys here, they bought into the vision. And they didn't want to know, they weren't bothered, so I said what league we're in. Oh, they were up in the Championship, of course, but they weren't bothered because they wanted to come. And it's exciting when you see that sort of talent there, and experience there, and size there. Because last year we were one of the smallest sides in the competition. This year there'll be no one bigger than us as well. So it's exciting, the experienced Super League players. Joe Wardle sat there. You know, he's gone to Wembley with Lee this year and done all them things. It's a good balance, it's a good mix. Logan Ashley, who played for us at the beginning of the season, who's unbelievably talented and go wherever he wants to go in the game. Yeah, it's a good blend. Matty captain of Featherstone last year. Elijah Taylor, who's been on.
I know there are a few players there who didn't get a mention off Mike Ford. If you just try a bit harder next season, Mike, there'll be a bit of a shout out there as well. Just one player you touched on there, and I've got to say that it's an incredible sign. He's played in an NRL Grand Final, he scored in a Grand Final. Elijah Taylor, to have someone like him on board, it's unbelievable, Mike.
Elijah? You okay? It is. I think Sean can talk more about him than I can, but you know, when Sean first mentioned him and Jordan would text him, Joe would text him, have you signed him yet? Have you signed him yet? Because obviously then it impressed on me that this is one player that we needed. Probably coming to the end of the squad, we're getting the final piece in the jigsaw kind of. And all I can say, it was a pretty big piece. It was a pretty big beat for us of what he's achieved and what, speaking to him, what he wants to achieve over the next couple of years as well. So, fantastic signing.
Absolutely. Just one more player I wanted to mention. He's an Halifax lad. He's a great talent as well, young Nick Rawsthorne. I've only mentioned him, he's asked me to mention him, so I just thought it's good to have Nick on board in it as well. I got it in dinner for you as well. That's a pint in town next Friday.
When I was looking at Nick, I couldn't believe he wasn't playing. He wasn't in the first team at Halifax because his highlight reel is pretty impressive. And he's come on board and he's been the ultimate professional, real good kid as well, which helps, obviously, talking about character earlier. I see Nick as a hybrid winger, you know, very strong quick. See Moore as a very, very strong winger, one of those bumps people. Mackenzie Turner, a flyer kind of stuff. So we've got a good mixture there with wingers. And Nick being in both camps of good strength and great speed.
Lovely words, that, because he didn't tell me to say that anyway, but he got a nice shout out there, didn't he, as well? Thanks, Mike. Right, I'm going to move on now to your new coach, your new head coach, and so good to have him here. And just put your hands together for Sean Long, guys, if you will. Sean, welcome to Oldham, mate. I know you're buzzing to be involved, aren't you? It's almost like giving you a new lease of life.
So proud to be coaching, the head coach of Oldham, made up. When I met Bill and Mike for the first time, like Bill just mentioned, and Mike spoke about the journey and the vision of the club going from League One and where we want to be, and the progression. You know, I was kind of pretty much sold straight away. Unfortunately, I was still head coach at Featherstone. I had to stay for the team, and that's one thing I stressed to Mike, and that I had to stay for the team and work, because I'd done so much work with Fev. I wanted to finish it off. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that way, but you know, obviously, when things happened, I jumped at the chance to coach, be an head coach of Oldham. You know, I'm a rugby nerd. You know, I've been watching rugby since like 6, 7. And I think you've got to be, as a coach, you've got to be fanatical, you've got to love the game. And I remember Oldham back in the day, you know, when they beat Wigan, you know, water sheddings and stuff like that. So I want to take us back to those times where we could compete with some top clubs and give anyone a run for the money. I always want to pay Bill and Mike credit for what they've done prior to me getting here, is putting the squad together, and then when I came in, we just added a few more, and the vision they've got saw me straight away. So I was pretty blessed, really.
Thanks, Sean. Sean, I'm going to ask you what kind of football they can expect from your team as well. I kind of probably know what you're going to say, because I've been lucky enough to work with you at St Helens for all them years. When you were on the coaching staff, I thought the football that the team played was so exciting to watch. You're actually the entertainers. I know for the fans of Oldham, they'd probably be so excited at what can get from this team. What's your kind of vision for the style of football?
Obviously, don't want to go into too much detail, but obviously, I think first of all you've got to work hard, and then you enjoy it second. That's always been my philosophy. I really focus on defence. If that doesn't make sense, being a half-back, I focus really heavy on the D, because I think if we do a good job on them in D, then we get the ball back on our 40, then we can attack them straight away. We have everyone calls it a structure. I don't call it a structure. I call it a system. I call it an attacking system and a defensive system. Because if it's a structure, you have to stay in the structure. If it's a system, you can go out to the system and fall back into the system. So basically, it's giving the lads freedom to play what they see within our system. So if someone sees something on the short side or whatever, they want the ball, they can go and play with their eyes up footed, and then fall back into our system. But we pride heavily on our standards, and that's a big thing where I've come from in previous clubs where I've coached heavily on standards, and then enjoying our footy.
And I want to ask you this, I've got to ask you this because I know you quite well, but I know you're a very ambitious person, and I know to take this job you've probably got really high hopes for the next few seasons as well. Just what kind of is your ambition for this club, Sean?
Well, I've signed a 3-year deal, so simply, if I'm being honest. Like I said, the journey and the vision and the excitement of the buzzer in the town, the excites me. Like Mike said, we put a team together, and it's not a League One team, it's a Championship team. But probably could have a crack at anyone if I'm being honest. But we've all got to be on the same page, and that's my job to do that, as well as JT and Brendan.
Sean, I know I spoke to you on Friday about the team, the squad. You're very excited about it, but obviously Mike Ford pulled the squad together. Is anyone over there looking at it probably thinking you probably shouldn't have got them on board with it as well? You don't have to worry. I'm not going to make him answer that. I know he's dead tough with everyone as well. So just regarding Jordan Turner, you and him go back a long way. He's an absolute leader on and off the pitch. That is just such a massive signing for this club.
Yeah, massive. Obviously with JT, got a nice player coach, and Joe as well. You know, I played with JT at Hull and then coached him at St Helens, so we were back a long way. You know, he's got very high standards, and he's going to have to edit up at times as well, because it's team first. You know, it's pointless me coming out with a system or a game plan and then not delivering and not expressing themselves. So, you know, JT, I'm really relying on heavily on JT and Joe and Matty, Copy, E.T. and a few others who will actually lead that way and help me out, because what comes out of my mouth, pass it on to say Joe or JT, it's 7 times more powerful going to, you know, a couple of sort of lads, so it's 7 times more powerful than me saying it. So they've got to drive the standards, and that's where we're at.
Thanks, Sean. How disappointing is it when you're in the middle of a rousing speech and a postman just gets up and goes to work? That's pretty poor effort, that, to be honest, wasn't it, as well? Just to the end of that, mate. Thanks, Longy. Just put your hands together for your new coach, Sean. I'm going to go across to what I kind of regard as a marquee signing for this club. He's got a wealth of experience at the top level in the sport as well, and just one of the nicest guys you could meet as well. A very warm welcome to Oldham. Put your hands together for Jordan Turner. Jordan, exciting to come here for your hometown club as well. That's going to feel pretty special when you pull on the shirt for the first time.
Yeah, it's a real feeling for me, being here and coming back to Oldham, being part of the club and the new era that we're going to go through. And I can see people sat in the crowd here that know my family well. And when I went on the terraces with my granddad when I was a kid, and there's still some faces here that are still turning up. So I'll be immensely proud to pull on the shirt for the first time.
We'll love to hear that as well. I want to speak about your career as well, because I know you were just a lad playing up the road at Waterhead, and I always think whenever I played Waterhead for Illingworth, you knew you were up against tough lads, because it was like go to Everest Base Camp really. It was about, I think it was -12 once in July, which was the hottest day they've ever had. So you come from good stock, don't you? There's been some unbelievable players come out of that great amateur club.
Yeah, and it's a travesty that, you know, the players that have come through the system in Oldham, the players that we've had in the amateur game, have all gone on to play for different clubs and have great careers. And it was always sort of my dream that one day someone would come and take Oldham by the scruff of the neck and drag them from where they shouldn't have been for so many years, and sort of be able to, the next crop of youngsters that are coming through at Warhead and Saddleworth and Higgate, that they don't go and play for other clubs and they come and play for Oldham, because everywhere I've been, and I've seen lads when I've been at St Helens and when I've been at Castleford and all other places, and they have that sentimental feeling towards a club, and I've never had that for another club, if I'm honest with you. So this is something really special to me, and I can't wait to get started.
That's me, definitely getting filled in car park on the way out again. Right, we've got a gentleman over there. I was chatting to you earlier actually. It's Rob Long, isn't it? Yeah. Rob, I want to mention you as well, because he came up at the start of the night, and he sponsored one of the players last year, and he's desperate to sponsor again. And I think that's kind of a good sign for you as fans and sponsors, that someone who sponsored players wants to come back and do it again. So I just thought I'd do a full-on 5-minute Dragon's Den sales pitch for player sponsors there as well. So if you want to sponsor the club, it'd be more than grateful. Right, Rob, sorry about that.
Yeah, merchandising. Will there be flags, car stickers, like we haven't had for years? Also, when are the shirts going to be released? Now, I'm not expecting to be at Christmas this time, but next year, at Christmas, definitely at Christmas, because they'll sell out straight away, and that'll make money for the club.
I mean, I come to Oldham quite a lot, and I probably think a flag will last about 30 seconds to be honest before it blows off somewhere else. So I think flags is quite a bad idea, but rest of merchandise.
I'll add something to that, yeah? It's, last season, we were into the 4th game when the shirts were available. So we watched 4 games before they even... But the players come out in new shirts, and the fans are still wearing their old shirts. So.
Rob, if you watched the kids on Saturday, they were playing in High Street.
Right.
So the lads have been measured tonight. So the order will go in tomorrow. Because the other thing I forgot to mention about the fixture list is we're playing a Boxing Day game against Keighley away at 2 o'clock kickoff, and the kit will be ready then. So the kit replicas will be available before Christmas.
Excellent.
I think that reaction kind of says it all as well. And I didn't know you were playing Keighley away on Boxing Day. It's actually my mother-in-law's birthday on Boxing Day, so I will be at Keighley. That's how bad my relationship is as well. So, anyone else, guys? Gentleman there, right at the back.
Delighted to see that the club has appointed a women's coach for that particular team. What are the plans for that, and are there plans for a wheelchair rugby league team as well?
Thank you for that question as well. Well, that got brought up. I'm going to ask Simon to address that one. Thanks, Simon.
Yeah, thanks for asking. So yeah, we today appointed Beth Sutcliffe as our head of women and girls development. Beth's former Great Britain international also. She's been a former player at Warrington, Bradford, and she was actually Bradford Bulls coach for a period of time as well. She's an Oldham girl. She's very passionate about Oldham, very passionate about girls' participation, women's participation in sport. We, as you know, we had a girls' team, or the start of a girls' team last year, but we didn't have the processes and the structure in place to really support that team. What Beth's been tasked to do by us as the board is to work on those player pathways, so work with the amateur clubs in the town and provide a pathway for girls to be able to come from playing with the lads as they do up to that kind of 11 years old age, etc., but give them opportunities to continue playing the game. As you know, it's really high profile now. Girls can see other girls playing on television, etc. They've got role models which they never had before. We want girls to be able to do exactly what the lads are starting to do with the pathway, which is be able to see a route right the way through to playing for the full open age team for the town. So it's going to be, we're going to take our time. We're not going to rush into it. We inherited what we inherited last year. We're not going to make that same mistake again, but we're going to concentrate on that participation element and getting girls playing rugby in the town, and then in tandem with that, getting a women's team up and running. And yeah, absolutely, we've got very, very high aspirations in terms of exactly what we've got for the men's team as well.
Thanks for the question, Rick. Has anyone else got a question? Someone think of one pretty sharpish because we're having a bit of an awkward moment to us. What about from the postman? It'd be lovely to have a question from you. We've been waiting, or we can ask you one. What's your kind of favourite package to deliver in the rain around Oldham? You must have a question. You've been here since 5 o'clock this morning, mate.
What can us supporters, us supporters moving forward do to help the club? You guys, obviously, you guys are putting your input in doing what you guys are doing. What more can we do?
That's a good question, that. What more can fans do to support Oldham as well? I'd probably say buy a replica shirt rather than your postman outfit for games as well. I know you get noticed in that as well, so I'm going to go to you, mate.
Part of this is keep doing what you do, so keep being passionate about Oldham Rugby, keep turning up, buy the shirts, come to the games, be part of the club, be part of working with us to try and make things better. Another big part of how we can progress, and again it comes back to Michael's question about the IMG grading, is engage with us. So if you're not on every social media platform, please get on it. Please follow Oldham. We get points for the number of followers that we get. Please engage, please add comments, please kind of interact with us on social media, because that enables us to develop and get additional points, which gets us closer to that B grading, closer to that A grading. So yes, just be part of our community, I think, is the key. You know, as Bill's alluded to, Mike's alluded to as well, we are stronger together, and it's just a matter of kind of doing everything we can together as an Oldham Rugby community to help us all progress.
I'd just like to say one of the other strong things that everyone obviously can do is to talk to each other, talk to, you know, the communities, talk to the people that maybe have stayed away, the stayaways, you know, explain what we're trying to do, and, you know, the excitement, and, you know, to come back, because, you know, for us, that is the word of mouth, and to get the, you know, the people to come and support us. That is one of the major things that you can do to help this club.
Thanks, Bill. I just want to say as well, before tonight's event, before Friday's event, I kind of do a lot of prep for events, and you look at websites of clubs and social media, and sometimes you can't get the information and the knowledge that you want. And I want to commend Oldham, because I think honestly your media side is amazing. Honestly, I've kind of got info on every player that's here tonight. It's all there. I think whoever's looking after that side is doing a fantastic job for this club, and I really mean that as well. Obviously, try and follow, if you're not following them on Twitter or Instagram, try and get friends to follow, because it's an unbelievable tool, this social media as well. I'm very proud as well. I'm on Twitter as well. I'm up to 9 followers now. I'm doing quite well as well. We've got 2 new followers today, the West Yorkshire Police and the CSA, so I'm quite pleased with how things are going there as well. There's been a gentleman sat on this panel for an hour almost now. He's not had a chance to say a word, and he's probably one of the biggest characters I've met in my time working in rugby league, so I'm going to ask him to say a few words. Well, he's a great bloke. Can you put your hands together for John Chadwick?
Obviously, after listening to him, we realise that he's a trainee comedian as well as an MC. The club, since 1921, has played Rochdale at the start of every season for this magnificent trophy, the Law Cup. It was presented by a Mr. J.C. Law from Rochdale, presented to Oldham and Rochdale to play for annually, and the proceeds used to go to the local infirmaries. It's since been changed, and I think there's one person here tonight who was at that first game in 1921, namely Bill, the chairman. He was only a schoolboy, but he tells me he was there. This trophy, when the club was recently taken over, was found in a room where we used to play at Lineside, stuck in a corner with a load of rubbish, and it had been neglected beyond you could ever wish. We got hold of it, we got it cleaned up, got it valued by a guy in a jeweller in Blackpool, and it is, I won't say how much, but it's worth a few quid. So it had been neglected. It's a trophy that both Oldham and Rochdale love to play for. In Oldham's case, the first 11 years it was won every year by Oldham, and obviously Oldham won it a lot more than Rochdale. Hopefully that will continue when these lads play in the Law Cup on the 21st of January at Rochdale. So it is a piece of history. We want to get a lot of people from Oldham and Rochdale on that game. Roger Halstead did a thing in the website and in the paper showing the history of the Law Cup, the leading players who scored tries and kicked goals, which is really good to read. It's really interesting. So that's just a bit of a story about the Law Cup. It does mean something to both Oldham and Rochdale, but we just want to keep winning it. Thanks very much.
John, I just want to keep you up for a little bit really, because I've known you a long time and I want to speak about your passion for this club. You've been involved a long time. I know you've done so many duties. I think you were secretary. You love this club, don't you, as well? And I think for you especially, it is an exciting time for it.
It is indeed, Peter. And when me and Bill came to the first meeting here to see the guys who'd taken over, we were both impressed. Bill, my aim then was to get Bill involved in the club because I thought there's a gentleman there who can really take this club forward. He's a very successful businessman, but apart from that, he's a very clever man. He's great when you're negotiating with people, particularly with Oldham Athletic, doing leases and one thing and another. Great negotiator with players and with coaches, as the lads have said. He has got involved, and that was my priority. So when we talked about it, me and Bill, we made notes of what was going to happen. I just made it clear to him that if he did get involved, I'd help him all I could. So that's top man.
You've certainly done that as well. Put your hands together, please, for John. Right, guys, we'll probably wrap up soon as well, so if anyone else has got a question, now is your opportunity. Oh, there's 27 hands just gone up as well. I thought we're getting off to Halifax. We'll go with the lad at the back there.
What's the plan with season tickets this season, or is there going to be like any offers? You know, like early birds or something like that?
Right, thank you. The plan for season tickets, any offers, early birds or anything like that? Sorry. 3, 2, 1, you're back in the room.
We had a board meeting today and we were obviously discussing that because up till we actually know the structure of 100%, it's been difficult to obviously come up with the season ticket prices, but we will be announcing them within the next couple of days.
Thanks, Bill. Anyone else, guys? Gentleman at the front.
Going back to John, it's something that really does stress me out. Going back to Rochdale, we're playing there in the Law Cup. Can you actually bend their ears a little bit about opening the other side up for us lot? Because I'm telling you, with what you boys have done, there's going to be more than 600 Oldham fans there in January.
I agree.
That's good to hear as well.
I agree with you there. The only thing is...
Hang on, yeah, John. I'll be honest with you, I'm going to get a chance to... You look proper hard.
Yeah, you're quite right. I think there'll be an awful lot more than that. The only thing is with Rochdale, they're governed by the football club.
Precisely.
And
Can we not have a quiet word with them?
well, I'd like to think so, and I'd like to say that we could perhaps get tickets on sale early, so that if we sell 1,000 tickets, then we've got 1,000
We could fill that, is it Will, whatever it's called. Will but slave.
The unfortunate thing is they're governed by the football club under their lease, and but we'll be making every effort to
The last 2 seasons been a joke.
yeah, it has, and so we'll look, I'm glad you brought it up, but we haven't got that in hand. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, John. Thanks for your question, mate. I'll be honest, mate, if you want to go in that stand and there's a steward there, just lob him over the wall and just go in. You can do where you want. I'll come back to you in a minute. Gentleman over here, yes, sir.
Is there no way we can play that game at all? We've played Law Cup over at Rochdale for the last few years.
I suppose probably we might as well bring Bill in on this one with your arrangement with Boundary Park.
As far as I'm aware, did we not play there at home last year? Yeah. So obviously it's their turn now, you see. It's not really anything to do with Boundary Park. It's just with fairness, and obviously being Oldhamers, we're very fair.
Right, we'll go back to you. You've had one question, but it was pretty good, but hopefully this one will be a bit better.
Have you found it easier to get sponsorship this year?
Have you found it easier to get sponsorship? Good question.
Obviously, as Mike said, the kit's ready, as in being ordered. Sponsorships, it's full, it's done as regards the sponsors. And we're very grateful to last year, the likes of Amari's come back on board, but we've also got new sponsorships, and to give you an idea, it's the actual increase in value has been over sevenfold to what was done last year, which obviously helps with sustainability, because from the point of view of the finances of the club and everything else, as we said earlier on, we're trying to build a club, and you've got to start with the foundations, you've got to build, and we are working our way towards the club being sustainable financially. We bought the club in debt, we then realised there was further debt, and we work hard to make sure that everything's taken care of, and from a financial point of view, that's why we're able to give out contracts for 2 years, etc., because of the plans we've got and things like that. So from a point of view of everything we're doing, it's not just done on a whim, it's not just let's just throw a load of money at a team or anything like that. It's all calculated, and we sit down as a board, and Jim's not here tonight, but Jim, our other director, is the accountant, and we go through everything. And it's, for me, it's a breath of fresh air to actually have an accountant who will show you figures.
I can't believe that got a bigger ovation than some players. That's shocking, is that as well. Right, yeah, you had a good question before as well, so we'll go with you again.
Because obviously you've got such a small squad, are we planning on being dual rated then in Super League team?
I don't know if that's a small squad, but that's
Yeah, I spoke to the boys and I'm an honest coach, and I spoke to them earlier on this evening. We are quite a large squad, if I'm being honest, and we've got some really good experience, and if any of the lads do have an injury, I would like the young lads to step up and challenge them. But we are dual regging with Wigan, and I've said that from the outset, so there's no me being flaky and saying, oh, dual regging with Wigan. I've told them from the outset because I'm an honest coach, and you know, we all want to perform, we all keep our jerseys, we all want to keep our standards high, but yeah, we have all Wigan.
Sean? Have we got any questions from the players? That should be quite interesting when the players want to ask a question. I've got your attention now, haven't I, guys, as well? I'm just going to grab a couple of players, just have a quick chat with them. Matty Wilde, I've known you a long time. Matty, I know you worked with Sean Long as well. You know Sean Long very close there. Excited to be working with him again, and I know you're chuffed to be here as well.
Yeah, I'm delighted to obviously to be working under Sean again. We've got a really exciting squad, a lot of experience, and some young players as well who are chomping at the bit. So yeah, we're really excited for next week to get started, and looking forward to it.
And obviously probably a massive help that some of your former Featherstone teammates are joining you as well. That's probably good, you know their style of play and things like that.
Yeah, obviously we've got Copy, we've got ET, two great players and good leaders, and I've played against a lot of these players throughout my years in the Championship, so I know quite a bit about them anyway. I played with Danny Craven a few years back, so yeah, we're really excited, and I'm sure there's good things to come.
Good to hear that, Mike, as well. Craig looks like he's looking away, wants to move on as well. Craig, so I'll go to Jamie in a minute. I'm not going to go around everyone, I just sort of grab a kind of, the best players, if that's alright. Some of you don't need to worry at this point, alright. Craig, you seem to have been around such a long time, yeah. You're one of them players, you've never took a backward step, I've never seen you have a bad game, and another new challenge for you here at Oldham.
Yeah, really exciting challenge for myself. Yeah, like I say, I've been in the game now for for over 15 years for me, plus probably one of the oldest in the team as well. So yeah, just for me personally, I want to bring that leadership to this team, bring that go forward, and really excel Oldham up the leagues and obviously to Super League.
Oh, good stuff.
Jordan Turner, that's how you win a crowd over, mate. I've got to ask you, Craig, as well. I've been a lifelong Halifax fan as well. I'm so disappointed when you left the club as well. Have you always been quite a money-oriented person? I'm only joking, you'd have to put that. Jamie, another player with a wealth of Super League experience, and when you walked in tonight, you just looked like you're absolutely buzzing to be involved in this team.
Yeah, it's really exciting. Obviously, the club's going, it's going places now, and looking around the squad, it's brilliant. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Good on you, mate. I know you're a man of few words, and you give me that death stare that I got off JT there as well. And I'll probably just finish off on Danny Craven here. I know I spoke to you the other week at Witness Awards doing that. He said you were so excited to be coming to Oldham, and you did confide in me that you're going to be the highest paid player. Is that something that kind of excites you? Do you think that's can be a little bit awkward as well? No, it's tough to be right, mate. An exciting season ahead for you.
Yeah, like you said, obviously we had a chat at the witness presentation night, and it was an easy decision for me to come here. Obviously, I've been at Witness a long time, and I felt like it was time for a change, and I feel like there's exciting times ahead at Oldham, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
Right, so as well, I know it feels a bit of an awkward atmosphere now. Just to clear that up, Elijah is on miles more money than you are, and rightly so as well. Right, guys, anyone else? Because we're probably going to finish off shortly. I'll be honest, I'm getting on my own nerves now. Does anyone else want to ask a question?
Who's going to be the quickest then?
You what, sorry?
Quickest player.
Quickest player?
Nick, innit?
Nick. Well, last time I saw Nick play for Halifax, he looked like a really quicksand, to be honest. Who do you think will be? It's all going to be awkward when I bounced it back to you now, isn't it, really? You got the biggest cheer as well when you walked in as well. What's it like being the most popular player by a country mile?
I'm totally surprised to be fair, but no, I'm excited to be back. When I always went with Mike, it was like something I wanted to do, come back and play for the club that first time for when I was like 19 years old, so it's good to see those people in faces. Still supporting and being the great fans that they are.
Thank you.
I'm going to ask him because I've known him a long time as well. I'm a little bit cheeky and I'm dead proud of what he's done in the game. I remember watching him in his first ever Super League game, and I know his mum and dad are so proud of him, and rightly so. But Joe Wardle, exciting times ahead. I know you always kind of wanted to get in on the coaching side of things, and I would imagine that's something you're really looking forward to as well, mate.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Obviously, it's just a natural path for some rugby players, and I'm a bit like, I'm a bit of a nerd with rugby. Like, I love looking at all the game plans and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to learning what I can off him, and yeah, I say, just got to look for the squad we've got. It's going to be good times as well at the club.
Absolutely, and best of luck to you, mate, as well. You've done half time now as well. Elijah, you've had an unbelievable career, mate, and I think for the fans of this club to have you on board it is incredible as well. And you seem to have been around for a long time, but a new challenge and exciting time ahead.
Yeah, it is. I can't wait. First day here meeting the lads, ready to rip in next Tuesday. But like the first, we've got our kit, we've got fed, we've got presentation at the start, we've got direction, clear direction, where this club wants to go. Been having conversations with the fans before, and they were saying all the passion they have and where Oldham used to be, and so many players that other clubs that are from Oldham. I never knew that, and to hear their passion when we were talking makes me excited. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Right, is anyone we'll give someone the opportunity to ask the last question because we want to finish this forum on a real high if we can. We have had some quick questions, to be honest, so if anyone can ask a really good question to finish. Anyone?
Yeah.
You want, sorry? You're having a go at my outfit when you're dressed as Mrs. Doubtfire. I think that's bang out of order, to be honest. Poor form, that, wasn't it? That is the high that I want to finish this forum on as well. We can't top that as well. Guys, thank you all for joining us tonight. Been a fantastic night. It's been a pleasure. Mike, thanks for the invitation over. I know we kind of contacted each other on Sunday. It's been a privilege to be here, and what a team you've got as well. I just want to wish you all the very best of luck. The team is only a team survived because of its fans, and for you all to turn up tonight in such fantastic numbers says a lot about this great club. I just want to wish you all the very best for what is a very exciting future for Oldham Rugby League. Put your hands together for everyone that will be here tonight.
Together for Peter Emmett, top class MC, top class comedian, done a great job for the club. He's a rugby league man through and through. Peter, thanks very much for your time.